what you're calling in. Honey on the hot, fresh start. This is where it all begins. Let me be medicine. Let me get out of the way so we can be enough space for the healing. Soothe your spirit with the melody as the remedy. Let me be medicine. Just what you're calling it. Honey on the hot, fresh start. This is where it all begins. Let me be medicine.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh, beautiful souls.
Listen what it's
Welcome,
here to teach you.
welcome
Trust you're strong enough
to
to break
beautiful
through.
live today with me. I'm on my personal page on Facebook. My name is Ava. If you're here the first time with me in the space for the first time, feel free to say hi. Let me welcome you in the space. I have something very juicy today. It's very, very, very juicy. There's so much beautiful energy in the space. There's so much beautiful, new, fresh, fiery, juicy, creative energy coming through me that I want to share with you today. And so I'm just gonna give a few more minutes for everyone to hop on. And just listen to this. Let me be medicine. This is my friend Ruby Chase. I just wanted to share with you this track. It's called Let Me Be Medicine. And really what it refers back to is us being our own medicine and our own energy being the medicine for us, for unlocking deeper sensations, deeper feelings of connectedness with ourselves first, nourishing our bodies, nourishing our souls, nourishing all our senses, and then allowing for us to overflow in our expression. And for me, I bring freedom of expression in one sentence with unlimited abundance, right? So I want to open this conversation here today because there's been a lot of things that came to me and brought more and more attention to what really needs to be addressed, what's at stake, what's really important to shine light on when it comes to women being expressed online, right? And I'm talking about us women in the space who are female entrepreneurs, who are running their businesses online, who are healers, coaches, mentors, visionaries, change makers, creatives, artists, all of us women that have a big mission, that want to birth something into this world, which comes as a form of self-expression. Whenever we are online offering our services, selling our offers, it comes through our expression. So I want to address something that has been brought to my attention about women being free in their sexual expression and using their sexual energy in order to fire up their business. And there's a lot of stigma that I've noticed in people around me that judge this whole idea of women infusing sexuality into their business. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this because if you are running a business online, right, and there's, so what I believe always is that our radical ownership of our fullest expression is actually the doorway to our abundance and to our body, right? So I just posted a little quote which is like, unactivating your sexual body is actually equal to unlocking your wealth body. And the sexual body, what I mean by that is really creative life force energy, creativity that comes from the sacral energy center. If you know about chakras, you know, I'm talking about like the womb space within women, the yoni space, everything that is sensual and sexual. And now to go in and start judging that, start stigmatizing it, basically locking it up and locking it away, and placing a requirement on women to be modest, to dress normally, to be appropriate in the space. Really, what does that to us, those women that have a desire to be fully expressed, that want to, you know, like be embodied? It literally takes us out of our body, because we have to now neglect our sexuality, and it like cuts us off. It literally cuts us off from our abundance, because when we are not fully expressed in our bodies, in our sexuality, in our fullest expression, whichever way that wants to come through you, creativity is cut off and abundance is cut off. And then what happens then, instead of being creatively expressed and fully embodied and experiencing your business as an expression of your pleasure, of loving, being, doing everything that you do in your business, it turns into hustle. It turns into like restricted kind of having to do certain things in order to make money. And how do we break that cycle? How do we liberate ourselves from a work mentality that is just taking us again into a hamster wheel, while we're actually created an online business in order to have freedom, right? We are creating our businesses in order to have financial freedom, location independence, freedom from any hierarchical structure of having to work for someone else, time freedom. It's all rooted in freedom. This is the core motivation. Okay, you know, you can even come in and say like, I just want to make more money. I don't want to just be an employee and having to depend on a salary. I know that I have powerful gifts and I can do something with my gifts, offering it to the world. Right? Now we find pathways to come online and offering your gifts to the world through the online space. And then it gets all back into like having to work hamster wheel style, hustling, doing all the things. Why? Because the creativity is locked away in some kind of box, and you have to like kind of force and push yourself to now create an offer, do this, do that, sell, do marketing and all that, and it's not juicy, it's not flowing. And really what it does, it stagnates the abundance, right? So we already know that in order to accelerate in business, it is an identity shift. It is stepping into the wealthy coach identity, the wealthy mentor, healer, whatever, shaman, whatever you do, identity. But what is going to propel you in that identity? It's going to be a drive, right? It's going to be a drive and desire to unlock more power, that is more potential in you, which is linked directly to sexual energy, which is directly linked to money and wealth. That's how I see it, right? So that's all interlinked. If you are here with me, drop me a yes, you know, a ho, a man, like whatever, hallelujah, like just give me like a confirmation if you're feeling me on this. I'm gonna just check in real quick in my personal Facebook to see whether this live stream is working, just to double check. Maybe I'm not seeing any comments. If there's comments, I would love to see. Okay, let's see. No, I haven't seen any comments yet. Okay, cool. Anyways, so what is happening? Why am I here now talking about all of that? First of all, I'm coming from my own place of experience, that this is exactly what has unlocked me in my abundance codes for my business, coming fully online in my fullest expression. And you see, you know, like I'm my brand is called Hyper Hot. Hyper Hot, it's all about like breaking through any types of boxes in you, being fully seen, fully extra expressed in your hotness, in your sensuality, in your sexuality, in your physicality. I don't want to like separate and just go all in being very like cerebral. You might be someone who wants to just be like cerebral, that's totally fine. But there might be some of you who feels like they want to bring in their body. They want to feel, they want to like they are connected to the other. They want to heal their body in their expression of their brand. Really, like I'm living up to the standards that my brand excites me to open for myself. So yeah, that's one thing, right? I want to help women to find that expression within themselves, to channel and launch that next level brands that will always be here at the morning star guiding their way to constantly live up to next levels of their own evolution. Okay, the battery is running low. So I have some really juicy stuff happening that I wanted to share with you. So first of all, this week on Friday, you're invited to the Supermodel Masterclass. And the Supermodel Masterclass is all about, it's more practical. It's all about, first of all, I'm gonna share with you why do you want to be like the hottest version of yourself in your branding, in your banners, in your posts, in your photography that you put out online. Like, why is it like, why does it excite me, and how will it benefit you if you would go down and choose that path of really like coming fully expressed in your photography, in your brand, right? And then also want to share with you what I do in order to lift up, amplify my confidence, and become that hottest expression that I have available currently in my body right now to be really like juicy and hot on my pictures. Yeah, I'm really lit up by it. And literally, like, what happens for me when I go into photo shoots, it's like it's it's like a healing process. Like, how should I say it? I'm gonna go really deep into the master class about that. But this is really like a healing process. It's not like a thing like, oh, I gotta have some pictures in order to create a banner, in order to like sell my product. It's a cohesive, channeled, intuitive, transformative experience for myself, right? So we get to create our own healing containers that help us to live up to that next evolution, to that next level for our own business and brand. Okay, so this is going to be really fun and juicy masterclass, and I can't wait to share with you what I have to offer in this next few weeks. It's really, wow, it's really, I'm so freaking excited. I know that there's a lot of potential in unlocking our sexual energy. And okay, first of all, I wanna say that I totally understand if this is somewhat triggering, and you know, it's like, oh, I don't really wanna, like, oh, you know, scary. Yes, there is a lot of judgment, and I've just recently received again a whole load of judgment around being like that full on in my branding, in my marketing, in my business. Yes, so I wanna share with you how I process that, because if you're afraid to be judged, then really you're giving your power away. You're like literally contracting yourself so that just you won't be seen by others a certain way that might make you feel uncomfortable, right? If somebody's judging us, it's triggered by us, it makes us feel uncomfortable. So we avoid that discomfort and change ourselves, mold ourselves, manipulate ourselves to just not provoke and trigger anyone. Do you notice yourself doing that? So I've had a whole big launch in beginning mid-February when I came out with Hyper Hot, you know, and it was all about that. It was all about confronting those triggers, confronting those judgments, and instead of avoiding the confrontation, actually going full in it and unlocking deeper layers of power and potential within us by actually coming face to face with the most scariest thing that could possibly happen, which is like somebody bullying you online or whatever, right? But can we hold ourselves in that detachment, not taking things personal when somebody is triggered, right? So this is the message that I received recently, okay, from a woman. Yeah, she's saying, you look great, but why do you promote your business with sexy? Your ads look like you want to sell yourself. You see how loaded this already is? How much judgment there is already? Like, as if it's bad to promote my business with sexiness, and that judgment of I'm selling myself. Well, yeah, I do sell myself, you know, like obviously if you if I'm offering for you a transformation, you can learn something from me. Like it's a piece of information, something really practical even for you. If I want to sell intellectual property, I'm still going to sell me as the one delivering that information, right? So it is we are selling ourselves literally. So you may, and so she's confirmed, you may obviously, but maybe a normally dressed picture is more serious and respectful. And you see how there is a stigma around like having to be dressed normally in order to be seen as serious, as if, you know, like the clothes that I wear is somewhat like taking away from my power, which is very like it's a funny twist of the mind to think that way, because literally I dress this way, I put on that sexy dress, I put on that Versace bikini in order to amplify my power, because it actually powers me up and it makes me actually stand more behind my business, which is makes me more serious. And it has nothing to do with being disrespectful. So she's then going about saying, who do you like to attract? Horny man? Again, you know? So this is again such a stigma around like, oh, if I show myself sexually, I'm just gonna attract horny man. Like literally, I have no man in my audience, not on Facebook and not on Instagram. And if there's actually a man coming in that I see is, you know, like just lurking, I just go and block them, because I know that my message is not for man. My message is specifically for you women, in order to evolve, in order to break out of boxes, in order to liberate yourself, in order to allow for you to be more expressed, more creative, more fully allowed to be seen in your fullest self. Like literally, I know how this has served me so much in my relationship to me, in my relationship to life, in my relationship to business, in my relationship to my partner, and in everything in my whole life. It keeps upgrading. My abundance keeps upgrading. My amount of energy and radiance keeps upgrading the more I tap into this. It's almost like that overflowing chalice of juice, of like life force energy. That is sexual energy. It is sexual energy, right? So how is that stigmatized, being afraid to now start to attract some like horny man, or somebody might judge me that I'm like showing off for like, you know, it just doesn't make much sense to me. And of course, that's the personal opinion that this woman has that sends me this message, because now she's going saying, so I'm so fed up with the sexy sales presentation of women everywhere. Like you can't sell your service if you're not half naked. So again, it's like we get to choose what lifts us up, what empowers us. I know that my most powerful version of me is sensual, is sexual, and I'm half naked. I'm actually fully naked most of my day. So now me putting on a bikini for a photo shoot, actually, like I'm wearing a lot of clothes, because my norm, my standard is to just be naked all the time. I'm living in Costa Rica. I'm in a hot country, right? I'm sweating all day long. I'm really hot. I'm really fired up. Like, that's the energy that I'm in, and I want to feel that. That's why I deliberately place myself in such a tropical environment, because I want to be free. I want to like quill out of my pores and sweat and be overflowing all the time. Like, this is what I love. I love that, you know. And it has nothing to do with being obscene in a sexual way. Like, you see how the stigma really like kind of like messes around with the purity of our bodies and the innocence of our sexual expression, and the playfulness in it, because it's immediately taking it and then dragging it down into like this kind of obscene thing, which is like making it bad, or making it something like ugly or something. So again, and then the last sentence was, show me your brain and soul, woman, not your sexy look, please. Being a goddess is an internal job. So this whole message has shown me just how much judgment there is of other women in the space for someone like me to be expressed in their body, right, in their sexuality, which has everything to do with me showing my intelligence, my brain, my soul. My soul is not separate from my sexuality. My sexuality is not separate from my brain and from my intelligence. It's all merged together. Like, literally, I create and I birth through my mind dropping into my yoni, my intelligence, my mental capacity, my creativity, everything, my all my thinking, my wisdom, my knowledge, and it's birthing through intuitively. I channel all of my programs, I channel all of my activations, everything for the women to be connected to me full body. It's not just the brain, it's not just the soul, but it's the brain, the heart, the soul, the guts, the yoni, everything, the legs, your ass. And so I want to invite us all to start thinking holistically when we are, even if you're a business coach, like, literally, you can juice up all of your programs just by becoming yourself more embodied, more encompassing, allowing your body to participate, not excluding, let's say, our breasts. Like, our breasts are sensual sexual organs, as well as nurturing organs to our children. Like, you know, it's not just black or white, we're all of it, right? We cannot, it's like de-feminizing the feminine body by cutting away the boobs and the ass and making it now plain. You're not allowed to be sexual, you're not allowed to show your breast, you're not allowed to show your ass and your legs, because then you're not serious, and then you're not professional, and blah 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 blah. Okay, if you feel me with this, drop me a hell yes. Say, like, stand up for your right to be fully expressed in any way, in any platform, and let's break collectively through this stigma of having to be a certain way when we offer our services and we sell our programs and our offers to the world. Like, I don't separate this. I don't separate any of my life from my work, from my business. It's all fully integrated, right? So for me, this is really the core of the healing that we're meant to do as we're awakening to our goddess self. So being a goddess is an internal job, yes, but it gets to show itself externally. The internal job of you feeling safe in your body, feeling so safe, feeling so anchored, feeling so grounded, feeling so empowered, that you now go and you just blast yourself in your radiance, in your beauty, in your sexuality, completely open and free. It repels everything that can diminish your light, and you just overlight all of those stigmas and those fears of people that hold themselves caged caged, trapped in a box, which is really a conservative, square-minded thinking. Hi, Gigi. So nice to connect to you. Oh my gosh, I feel like you're so aligned with me in this conversation. I love how you show up online and where you dance and you do your light language, and it's all so juicy. And you know, we get to be all integrated. We get to be this multidimensional, beautiful goddesses, just be fully expressed, and we get to infuse our sexuality and sensuality in everything that we do if that's what lights us up, right? So I'm not doing it because I think I should do it. You see, it's not that. I'm doing it because it excites me. There's a thing in me, an impulse that tells me like, go do that. That's your next edge. Go wear that bikini. Go sit on your car. Go do that extreme provocative thing. Like go show like that, you know, to whoever who needs to see that. That's my activation. I'm doing it for me first, and whoever gets activated by that, they receive the medicine. Yes. So literally, the moment I allowed myself, I gave myself permission to become fully expressed and to become the most audacious version of myself. Guess what? Like my business started to take off, and now it's on that increase where more and more people are sensing, feeling, are being taken into that vortex of energy that is me, and it's fueled by that never-ending source of creative life force energy, which is sexual energy. All right, so it's very exciting. Like you can see, I'm very excited about this subject. And literally also releasing this whole idea like that your sexuality is somewhat like codependent on anyone external. Like if you think like, oh, I don't have a partner to practice tantra with or whatever, like, you know, like we have our own body to enjoy, to make love with. I made recently a post where I was saying like, if you're not able to make love within yourself, with your own body, in your own field, in your own energy, like then we're not really making love to anyone else, because we're not even making love to ourselves. Like it always starts with ourselves. It always like coming back into our body and coming back into our own senses and allowing ourselves to receive our own medicine, be our own medicine, receive our own juiciness, our own pleasure body. Yeah, so really this is just by opening more to the physicality of who we are as women, right? I'm talking now just about women. This is just for us women to get the full permission slip to allow our bodies to have space in this online world. Okay, so you're divinely invited to my masterclass. It's called Supermodel. And if you think, oh, that's hilarious, hi Laura, that's hilarious, like you call your masterclass Supermodel, and what does it even mean? Like, what are you trying to tell me? Like I should become the supermodel? I'm like, everyone is supposed to be the supermodel, the superhero, the superwoman, the main protagonist of your own movie. This is the deepest healing that we're here to receive when we step fully into that ownership that you are the goddess in your own temple. You are the supermodel of your photo shoot, of your brand, of your business. You know, like you get to position yourself at center stage and fully reclaim ownership over your power, because you are so freaking powerful. Yeah, so freaking powerful. And we get to manifest and create and do all of the magic that we're meant to do by owning that power and rooting it down and really celebrating it, celebrating ourselves. So if you wanna be in my space, I'm gonna post the link below. Please register. Be a good girl. No, be not a good girl, be a nasty girl. Whatever you wanna be, but it would be fantastic if you register, and so I can invite you in. We'll have a juicy conversation where I'm hosting that in my divine community portal. And yes, it's on Friday at 11 a.m. MST. So check. The replay will be available for about a week. And I'm like, oh my god, like I want to tell you all this stuff that I've prepared for this class, and as well all the stuff that opportunities that I have for you in order to step into my world and to start playing. Let's play, you know, like this is all about us like starting to play together and unlocking deeper potentials within you and having fun, enjoying, and really unlocking yourself to have more impact, more visibility, more you know, more power when you come online, more creative life force when you create your offers, you know, like coming full force from that place of creativity and openness to be fully available for your wealth as well to drop into your body and your bank accounts. Yeah, so that as I said in the beginning of the class, I'm interlocking your ownership of your fullest expression with the potential of big wealth activation. These are for me like so deeply interwoven. The more we allow ourselves to be expressed, the more wealth we're actually unlocking within our fields. All right, so I have some really good stuff, but I have to hold myself back to not spill the beans. But you have to come to the masterclass if you want to know what good stuff I have for you lined up. And so I'll have to hold my horses. And I'm gonna then start publicly announcing as well those new opportunities starting from Friday. So I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 more days I have to hold a horse class. So join me. It's gonna be so juicy, it's gonna be so fun, and I can't wait to connect with you and can't wait to see you. And if you get so activated by me, drop into my DMs, because I might have something special for you to play. I love you so much, and have a wonderful day. Mwah.